Previously on Survivor New Mexico, the final 9 headed into a double elimination round with 5 newbies and 4 returners still in the game. Thanks to JD sharing his clue, Matthew quickly found a hidden immunity idol, and his decision to ally himself with the returners that he joined at the tribe swap pulled his own former Tangata allies into the majority as well, leaving Alicia and Brittany on the outs. After hearing Katie talk frequently about the fact that she is willing to vote herself out, Matthew also formed a plan to get the 3 female returners and the 3 newbie guys into the top 6, with the hopes that Katie and Hannah would fall shortly afterwards and leave a clear path for the Tangata 3 to make it to the final tribal council. However, JD started to recognize Matthew as a significant threat in the game and spoke to Noah about possibly turning on one of their closest allies. After Matthew won the Memory Immunity Challenge, Carolyn and Hannah went to work on convincing Alicia that her closest ally JD was turning on her, while Katie convinced Brittany that Alicia and one of the guys were the targets. The normally cutthroat Hannah did refuse to vote for her close friend Alicia, but ultimately, the far-reaching and effective manipulation of the veterans resulted in the landslide elimination of Alicia and Brittany, receiving 15 out of the 18 votes, as well as the numbers advantage now shifting to the returners. Now, with only 7 left, Matthew is in a position of power with an idol in his pocket, but has he made a grave mistake in joining with the veterans? Veterans versus newbies has come to a head, and it's time to choose a side. Find out who will be voted out next right now as Survivor New Mexico Season 2 continues.
The tribal council was what we planned. So now it's time for the 7. So I think we're gonna try to get but that's like the goal for the final 6.
And then last, tribal council, I think everything kind of went as planned. We kind of had, I don't know, kind of a shaky alliance, but there's one there for sure. But we all kind of knew who was going.
The alliance with who?
With Matt. Just kind of the top 7 right now, except for Noah. But pretty much everybody else were pretty kind of allianced up. But things are gonna change pretty soon here, seeing as we're at the top 7. So
it was okay. Sucked seeing Alicia go, but.
Did you plan on Alicia getting out?
At first I was, but then I can't do that. She's been my friend for forever, so I couldn't do it. So I just put both of my votes in for Brittany. That's how it's gonna be.
Alright, so what are your thoughts after the last tribal council?
That was a close one. Again, I was voted for.
Do you think you might be in danger?
Yeah. But if Katie, Carolyn, and Hannah choose their vote, you're gonna try to get JD or no, the other Noah out. We outnumber.
Yeah, I think we need to get him out.
Okay, he's gotta go. Then we're gonna outnumber them, okay?
Yeah.
Then we'll have a better chance of us getting
It is, but I can't. That's probably copyrighted. Trademarked somewhere. I'm in progress, boys.
Katie, are you almost done bandaging yourself?
Maybe.
What did you do?
We put more.
I'm just glad I'm a part of the top 50%.
There you go. Hey, we are top 50, huh?
Yeah.
Top 7 out of 15. Look at that. Congratulations, guys.
Wow.
8 people have done.
So, I don't know. I'm just trying to be an extra body until I get the people that I want to win to the end. And so I don't know how far this is going to go. Or how much further I'm going to make it. But I seem to have it in with the guys. They seem to trust me. So we'll see how much further I can get in far with them.
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I got my immunity, so I didn't even need to worry about using my hidden immunity one that I have. So that's great. Ideally, I'll win the next 2 challenges and get immunity from both of those, and that way I can just use my hidden immunity on the final 5 no matter what, and just cruise into the 4. Once we're in the 4, all bets are off. I need to win that one too.
So, I mean, that vote kind of went how we expected it to. But Matthew's controlling this game hardcore, and I think if he goes to the top 3, I think they'll vote for him. Like, I don't want to backstab him and vote him off necessarily, but if I can get Carolyn and Hannah to do it, and then take out Hannah or Carolyn, one of them, then we can take one of the girls. But if the problem is if one of the girls goes, then I feel like people will sympathize with them a little more. So it's kind of a difficult choice. Like, if I take Matthew, if Matthew, me, and Noah go, because that's what we think the plan is, I think Matthew's gonna win it.
He's the biggest threat, so. That's the lines.
Noah.
6. This is like top 6 chapter. Almost guarantee it will be if he does.
Okay, so take it. Next one.
I'm just trying to say that because, like, if anybody goes up against Matthew, like, it doesn't matter who, I feel like they're gonna lose to the jury.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hopefully I can win these next physical challenges. But I mean, I've stayed under the radar for the most part, so that's good, but I also don't like going just with Matthew, so we'll see what happens here in this next few rounds.
Who do you think is the next big person that you're hoping to get out next?
Either one of the newbies or no way. It's just gonna be what happens. It's just gonna have to happen that way. Decide which of your friends you want to backstab. You want to get rid of Noah or Matthew?
Oh no, Matthew's controlling the game.
Is he really?
Did you see every vote that we've made so far? Like, it has been his decision. Like, I want to keep him. Like, but I also don't. It will be very hard to beat him in this jury.
True.
Because everybody's watching him, and they're just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
So if Noah White wins the next one down, that might be the time to vote.
Okay.
I'm not going to vote Matthew out specifically. I don't think I can backstab him.
You got 4 people right here that will.
Well, I'm trying to talk to Noah. Like, I told Noah, I was like, it's going to be really hard.
Like the original 4, you have ours with whoever. You have our vote with whoever. Okay. We outnumber you.
Who?
All 4 of us outnumber you.
Noah White and the veterans.
Our veterans, we outnumber you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But we want one of you guys in the top 3. Decide who's gonna be. So that's just gonna be that.
We have a pretty solid idea of who we want in the top 6. I think we're pretty set about voting Noah White off on the next one, provided he doesn't win the immunity. So we kind of got to work to make sure he doesn't get immunity. Other than that, I mean, my plans kind of fallen into place. I think I've had a couple of sketchy spots where I had to trust that they were really trying to get Daniel out that first time, and I did, and that worked out. And I just had to make the choice of the veterans over the newbies, and that worked out for me too. And so I think right now I'm still kind of cruising, and hopefully I made it to the top 3.
Do you feel threatened at all?
A little bit. Hearing my name every once in a while is a little frightening, but I don't feel that threatened. Not yet, at least. I think might get a little bit more threatening pretty soon here. But
Any strategy going into this next challenge?
strategy, just I'm hanging with Matt. I think he has quite a good chance of winning this whole thing. So I think staying with him, sticking with him, and not trusting anyone else.
Yeah, promise. Ready?
You're not motivated to win, but you have certain people that you want to win.
Yes.
Who are they?
Carolyn, and I wanted Noah, but Noah has so many people against him, he's not going to make it. So I actually really like Matt too. I think he's a good kid. So I'd like to see Matt get there. So Carolyn, Matt, and then I don't know who else would get there to the top.
You feel like you're pretty safe? You don't feel like you have a target on your back?
I mean, I think that I do, from the perspective that I've been kind of vocal this whole time. But I feel like, I mean, the only two that I'm at all worried about are Katie and Hannah, because both of them have said that they're cool with going out before the final four, sorry. And so if they're on the up and up, I mean, my road just gets a whole lot easier. But if they're messing around and they really do, you know, they got their own plan to get into the final three, then that'll mess things up. Things get hairy. So.
Okay. I like this plan. Okay, I'll go do my interview now. I don't trust JD. Don't trust JD, and I want JD gone. Because he's just too conniving. And I know he was trying to get me out earlier. Yeah, I want JD out.
You want to take a picture of the war wound?
No.
I have two of them.
You've been interviewed, Noah? Have you, Matthew?
To take care of
Send me a picture of interviews real quick.
Are you down for that? Down. Because that's but it's exactly how they're not going to trust us after that, you know that. No, they won't. But it doesn't even matter that way. Both Lewis and Katie. We gotta get Katie. No, we keep Matthew. Okay, yeah, so no. Katie's first. Yeah, two Noahs. No, wait. Wait, which one first, though? Oh, wait. No, wait. No. No, Katie. No, wait. Last. Out of our group, and then Katie. Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta leave one of the boys. So JD. So JD's first. Noah. Noah P.
At a friend's house. So was it a friend's house?
No, Noah. Oh my gosh, it's hot. No, get in. Ah!
But I think the plan is to get Noah White out unless he gets a medallion. And then if he does that, then I might try and persuade him to take out Matthew. But that might be a bad idea.
Are you worried about all the veterans?
A little bit, because we're outnumbered now. So that'll be a problem. But I think like we have at least we want Hannah, Katie, Carolyn, and then me, Matthew, and Noah Payton as the top 6. But we'll see what happens.
We gotta keep winning the challenge, okay? I just gotta win it.
If Noah gets the medallion.
This water is lukewarm. I don't know what that is. It's really hot outside.
She's struggling. She gotta hit it closer.
Fun times.
All right, come on in, guys. First things first, Matthew, I've got to take it back.
First things first, I'm the realist.
All right, so once again, immunity is back up for grabs. Here in the final 7, this is even more valuable than ever, all right? So for today's challenge, as you can see out there, there is a web of ropes strung through the trees and around obstacles and pretty much all over the place. You will be blindfolded.
I'm gonna mess up my eyebrow.
You will need to Survivor, Carolyn.
I don't care what it is.
You will be blindfolded and you will not be attached to the rope. You will instead just need to keep a hand on the rope. So scattered throughout the maze, are attached to the ropes themselves are collections of cards that are rubber banded together. Okay, so there's 4 attached at different places throughout the rope maze. You need to find all 4 sections of cards. Take just 1 card from that rubber banded packet. Okay, once you have all 4 cards, that's it. You're the winner. Okay.
So you just take one.
Are we doing the whole thing blindfolded?
You're doing the whole thing blindfolded. So a key to this challenge is remembering where you've been, because it is a maze out there. So it could get confusing following the rope. So you got to remember where you have been.
So we can just go get all the cards. We don't have to like come back and put it
Nope,
down.
they're literally just numbered cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no puzzle or anything, you just get the 4 cards. So if you guys want to go ahead and walk over, we're going to start kind of out on this side. So come straight back this way, yeah. All right, 4 immunity and a guaranteed spot in the final 6 of this game. Survivors ready? Go. And Anna just moved ahead of Matthew now, heading into the maze. Everyone else is stuck up in that one spot, but Anna moves around it. Anna's at the first packet. Everyone has their first card now. Everyone moves on to the next section of the maze. Don't forget, feel every twist and turn of the rope. Noah P has his second card. And JD has his second card. We now have JD, Hannah, and Noah P all have their second card. Carolyn has her second card. Carolyn's in this. We now have 4 people with their second card. Now to dead end. Heading back. Okay, you're trying to figure out which rope to follow. You got a choice to make. I'm just going for it. And Katie has her third card. Katie just moved into the lead in this challenge.
Really?
1 more card to win this.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, hi. 4 cards total. Remember, feel every bit of the rope. You're good.
I have 3.
And Hannah has 3 cards now. Hannah and Katie are now waiting.
I'm getting really dizzy.
Hannah and Katie looking for their last card.
I have 3, Matthew.
Carolyn has 3 cards. Now Carolyn, Hannah, and Katie all have 3 cards. 3 people are looking for their final cards right now. And Hannah runs into a duplicate. Carolyn makes an interesting move. Finds a new rope to travel on.
wait right here.
Carolyn may have it. Carolyn has the final card. Carolyn wins immunity.
Well, glad I can see you now, though.
Yeah, as soon as like all three of you guys three,
All right,
I'm like, okay.
Carolyn, come on over.
Put it on me.
Congratulations. Immunity is yours. You are safe at the tribal council that we are going to head to right now. You guys are not heading back to camp. You're going to head straight to tribal council. So you have the walk to tribal council to talk about anything you might want to talk about and have a cameraman there. But I will see you guys at tribal council as soon as you can walk over there, all right? So I'll see you there.
Did I break a lot of stuff?
Like around that bottom
Guys, you come on the way if you want to.
Okay, well, you go then.
Okay.
I couldn't see it. I was like, I got 2, and then I was like, I got so lost.
I got 1, that was it.
Well, there were several times where I felt like
I hit like the same, I think I hit the same rope like
Come on, Carolyn.
I think I hit a couple dead ends.
What's that phrase?
Dude, I at one point just killed.
Oh,
Sorry.
As soon as I got 3, I was like, okay, yeah.
I was so excited that I got 3.
Yeah, when you guys got 3, I was like, alright, I'm done. I just like stopped. I was like, okay.
JD.
Steady as she goes?
I couldn't see it.
I was so excited that I got 3.
Yeah, when you guys got 3, I was like, alright, I'm done. I just like stopped. I was like, okay.
Are you done? Okay, no one.
I need my eyes.
Oh. Whew. Okay.
You know it's so disorienting.
This is like,
I got
no idea where it's at.
and especially because like my blindfold, like the nose part kept
Dude, I thought I was
flaring
gonna get
up,
the
so like
first
the light
two
would just be like, like flashing. I was like,
I thought it was the first 2 each. The first one was easy. But like,
oh yeah,
the
the
second
first
one,
one, like,
the second one, I was like, I knew where it was.
That
I was
last
like trying to
one-
get down to it, and like I
I think
hit the
I
wrong
followed
rope or
either
something.
Noah or you to find it. I think I passed it.
I was like, no,
I think I did several dead ends.
Alright, guys.
I couldn't find the rope.
We'll now call in the members of the jury. Come on in, guys. Isaac, Rachel, Andrew, Daniel, Caitlin, Nikki, Brittany, and Alicia voted out at the last tribal council. The jury is growing. They now outnumber you guys 8-7. So it's a reminder that this is inevitably where you're headed. This is the group that you'll be facing. But let's talk about the game where we are right now. So previous round, we had a big double elimination. You guys talked about the fact that it was going to be a big threat and someone who needed to leave the game. And so now you're down to 7. So what was the talk like going back to camp at this point, now that it's getting to a smaller and smaller group?
top 3.
So you already talked about top 3. So how many different top 3 possibilities do you think have been thrown around at this point?
You know, there's 6 of us, so 2. Let's do 36.
7 of you.
permutations.
Okay, so 49. 21. 21.
Okay, so since you guys are talking about top 3, let's talk about that for a minute. So there's different ways you can play who you want to go with to the top 3. So what are some of the ideas you guys have had? Not necessarily specific names, but like what are the general concepts behind how you want the top 3 to play out?
No comment.
No comment. We're not talking.
All I know is
You can't talk strategy here, man.
Can't do it now.
It's a bad decision.
Okay, so you guys aren't willing to tell me what kind of top 3 you're considering.
The good ones.
The good ones. Okay.
So I'm not gonna be in it.
You're not going to be in the top 3. Wow, that's a big thing to say. Why do you say that?
Because I will propel the people that I want into the top 3.
So at this point, you're playing a game to help other people and not for yourself anymore. Interesting. Why are you playing it that way?
Because I know I'm not gonna be in it.
Okay. So you want to try to get your alliance members as far as you can.
Well, there's not much of a line. Yes, the people that I'd like to see in the top 3. The people I think deserve it.
Okay. Interesting. So do you think you guys are leaning more toward going to the top 3 with the most deserving people, which could include other big threats, or are you wanting to go with people that you can easily beat in the top 3?
I don't think there's a way to describe like being easily beat in the top 3 because it's not a challenge. It doesn't come down to like who's physically or who's mentally strong. It comes down to how you played the actual game. Because everyone else can be played and everyone's played it like pretty much like physically equal. Like no one's piggybacked at all. Riding the coattails of.
No. All right. Calm down, guys, a little bit here. Sounds like this is going to be another interesting vote as we get down to what's looking like a stronger and stronger group with every vote that passes. So it is time to vote. Noah, you're up. All right, guys, I'll go tally the votes.
All of our crap.
All right, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Bueller.
Cricket.
All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Noah W. Second vote, JD. That's 1 vote Noah, 1 vote JD. Noah W. JD. That's 2 votes Noah W, 2 votes JD. Noah W. JD. That's 3 votes Noah W, 3 votes JD, 1 vote left. The 9th person voted out of Survivor New Mexico. JD. JD, I'm gonna need you to bring me your bandana.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. JD, Travis Booker. Yep.
Joshua David.
No one read that.
Because it takes too long.
Alright, well.
Did you see it coming?
Not exactly, but you know, I saw my name in the box, like, and then Kitty was like, I had to vote for you, but you know, I mean, I'm not really surprised by it.
Okay.
I was kind of trying to get Matthew out because I knew, like, I wasn't exactly trying to get him out, but I was telling people that he was a threat because if he moves him, I think he's gonna win because nobody else really. So, I mean, I'm not totally surprised by it. And the problem was the veterans. We went up against the veterans, and so we.
Final 6. You guys are 3 rounds away from final tribal council, so it is getting closer and closer here. So
Good luck to all of you, and go ahead and head back to camp. I'll see you at the next immunity challenge.
Next time on Survivor New Mexico. After the blind side of JD, Matthew and Noah feel betrayed by the veterans. But as one survivor begins to feel the emotional consequences of playing such a cutthroat game, each of the final 6 scrambles to hold on to a spot in that all-important final 3. Will the veterans finally turn on one another, or will they continue to increase their stranglehold on the game? Will the last 2 newbies be able to make a move and flip the numbers? And who will be voted out next? Find out next time as Survivor New Mexico Season 2 continues.